From WXII 12 News, this is breaking news.
That they just unified. I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way, very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly.
Beginning with breaking news this evening, you just heard President Donald Trump speaking to reporters just an hour after he was evacuated from the White House Correspondents' Dinner after officials say a shooter charged a security checkpoint at the event. The president said the suspect, who has not been publicly named, charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons. He added that one officer was shot but wearing a bulletproof vest and is expected to be okay. At this hour, we're told the suspect, who is a 31-year-old from California, is in custody and being evaluated at a local hospital. Officials say the suspect is facing several charges, including assault on law enforcement officer, and they say more charges are to come. Our Washington correspondent, Christopher Salas, was in attendance at that dinner. He's outside the White House now with the latest. Christopher?
Yeah, well, Sarah, we can tell you, this was an ordinary dinner. It's the White House Correspondents Association. Dinner happens every year, and it turned into chaos and panic in a matter of moments. First, let's go to President Donald Trump. Describe those moments.
The fact that they just unified. I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way, very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly.
The White House itself, they're going about.
Yeah, and this is that moment. Authorities say the suspect moved in. Surveillance video shows 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of California charging toward a security checkpoint. Police say he was armed with 2 firearms and multiple knives as he approached. Sarah, as you mentioned, police say that he shot one Secret Service agent. We could tell you inside of the room, you heard multiple bangs ring out. Secret Service yelled, shots fired. Everyone hit the floor inside of the room. You could hear the panic. And then there was this moment of silence as everyone's trying to figure out what's going on as the president was rushed out of the room by Secret Service, as well as the First Lady, and then you could see several cabinet members being rushed out of the room. We personally saw the Treasury Secretary as well as the Energy Secretary being removed from this area as police took the suspect into custody. Again, he's 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of California. Agents rushed in. They took him into custody. No one was hurt, which, of course, is good news in all of this. And the president of both of the United States and of the White House Correspondents Association says that this dinner will happen again in the next 30 days. I'll send it back to you.
Christopher Salas in Washington, thank you. North Carolina Senator Ted Budd released the following statement regarding the incident. It reads, quote, "I am praying for President Trump, the cabinet, and all attendees of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I thank the Secret Service for their swift and decisive action to keep everyone safe tonight." Now, this situation is developing as we speak. We will continue to bring you updates on this story as we learn them on air and on our website, WXII12.com. We still don't know if this was a targeted attack on President Trump, but it is important to note that there were 2 assassination attempts on President Trump while he was running for office back in 2024. During a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th, the shooter fired at then-candidate Trump while he was delivering a speech on stage. A bullet pierced part of Trump's ear. U.S. Secret Service agents killed the shooter. 2 months later, Greensboro native Ryan Ruth was apprehended in Florida after Secret Service agents found him with a gun near Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach. The president was golfing at the time. Ruth was sentenced to life in prison in federal court back in February. And more breaking news right here in the Triad. In Burlington, police say a funeral for a 2.5-year-old child ended in gunfire, a chase, and multiple arrests. Officers were called Saturday afternoon to Rich and Thompson Funeral Home on Glenwood Avenue for a reported fight after the service. Police say Trevante McGee then went outside and fired multiple rounds from an assault rifle before getting into a vehicle and leaving the scene. Officers spotted the car and tried to stop it, but police say the driver sped off, leaving them on on a chase. Investigators say an assault rifle was thrown from the vehicle before the driver crashed into a house. The driver, Kazari Russell, and passenger Trevante McGee were taken into custody and both face multiple charges, including going armed to the terror of the people. We're now taking you over to our forecast with meteorologist Michelle Kennedy joining us in studio. It was a little warm and breezy today. Then we saw some soggy showers for the first time in quite a few weeks. Michelle,
yeah.
What are things looking like now?
Well, we are drying out gradually, but we still have a chance to see some stray showers going through midday on Sunday. But the good news is we're going to have a temperature change. So this is bringing in a new air mass for us. We've got a cold front here at the surface, and we've had a little bit of moisture that we've been working with throughout middle of the afternoon and early evening. So nice to have it. A couple of thunderstorms did bring in some halfway decent totals for areas in the northern Piedmont. We had more than a half an inch in just a couple spots. Most areas, though, anywhere ranging from about 1/10 of an inch all the way up to more than 1/2 an inch in spots around the mountains. So they did pretty well there. About 1/10 of an inch there around Winston-Salem and in the west, and about 6/100 of an inch in Greensboro, and just almost a little bit over there of a 1/4 of an inch in Martinsville. So not too bad, right, for rainfall totals. It's not drought busting. We're going to need several consistent rounds of rain, several inches in fact, to make a big difference. So showers right now still continuing to cross areas like Moxville and Point South and East. We're going to have much more for you, but temperatures cooler tomorrow, back into the mid and upper 60s to near 70.